Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Early in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all get y'all ass up one time. We in the building. Yeah. Yeah. I had to take a day off on y'all. What was it? A day? 2 days? I think I took 2 days off on you niggas ass. You know? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling out there, man? One time for the one time, man. Good Money Monday. You feel me? Turn out. Oh, we in this bitch. I got a little bit news you can use, just a little bit. I just got a little bit news that you can use. You understand me? Pop that. Y'all bang the like button on y'all way in. Get a few more people in the house. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, homie. You know I be talking a lot of shit, nigga. I be talking a lot of shit, but nigga, I got some motherfucking news you can use. You understand me, nigga? That's one motherfucking thing. A nigga ain't finna play with me on. Watch what I show you today, right? Watch what I do to it today. You know what I'm saying? Watch what I do to it today. You feel me? Bust this shit wide open. You feel me? Go ahead on to get to the meat. Go ahead on to get to the meat. I'm gonna show you something, right? What these motherfuckers don't tell you. And for all you niggas that be acting like this shit is some ancient history or something, no, sir. I keep telling you niggas this shit ain't happened that long ago. This shit ain't just happened that long ago. When the white boys come tell you, niggas be talking about, what them white boys, they can go back. When the white boys come back, get what they do, right? Then white boys come back, they take your funky ass to the Civil War. I got a grandfather who fought for this country. That's what they tell you. That's what they tell you. And niggas trying to figure out, damn, well, how the fuck can they wash away the history after that? You know what I'm saying? Where did the nigga go wrong at? If you going back on the census, homie, what's the furthest you can go back to? A lot of people catch roadblocks after that 1860 motherfucking census, homie. You feel me? And so just watch what we do with it today. I ain't gonna go all the way out because I'm about to make a series, man. I'm about to make a series on this motherfucker. Who in the building? Yes, sir. Big Chief, not to wait, Chief in a motherfucking building. In a real motherfucking way, man. Donald Grant in the building. Bird from Walker say, hold the motherfucking line. Be back at 29. Brothers, you can in the building. Yeah. Chief Courtney Milcher, I see you, family. Good day, Joe. Pretty lip, good day, Joe in the building. Knowledge Seeker, what up with it, in the real way. David the Real Thomas in the building. OG Carly Crush the legend. David Scott III, you heard the word on the motherfucking curve. We going up. Yeah. Pamela Eyes Wide Clear in the building. Phil J508, I see you, family. Big up, my nigga. Super Dad to the rescue on you niggas. That nigga pull up. That nigga pull up in the Uber with the car seat of that bitch, nigga. That nigga tell me, man, my baby mama tripping, man. She don't let me take it out. But man, I moved that motherfucking car seat out there, goddamn, nigga. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if you went back there to adjust it or anything. Who been in this motherfucking car? You must have one of them little hoes in the car. You tried to put my baby car seat in the trunk. Which you don't want to let them hoes know you got no kids. Better not move that goddamn car seat. Kenyatta Ali, I see you, family. In a real way. Underground Asylum in this motherfucker. Whole lot of LDBC shit. Mark Harrison, I see you. Yeah, yeah. Christopher Jordan in the building. Tara, what's up with it? The champ is here. The champ is here. Shout out to Tara, man. Let y'all make it the other day. You understand me? Cutting Jr., goddamn. Earned his spot, goddamn, to stand next to the champ. He wanted his action, goddamn. We're going to get us a head-to-head clash with Terry and Cutting Jr., man, to figure this out 2 times. Prince 213 in the building, goddamn. I told y'all to watch Prince 213. He wasn't going out like that, goddamn. Tree said, what's up with it, Tracy? How you feeling? Cutting Jr. in the building. The champ is here. The champ is here. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something, boy. That was championship worthy, nigga. That question you went out on. Listen, man, we asked that question 3 times, 3 different days. To win off of that question, nigga, that said a lot right there. That's some big shit right there. That ain't no little play shit. I had told it earlier. I said, hey man, ask that motherfucking question. You know what I'm saying? Ask that question right there. You know what I'm saying? That was, if you gonna win, that like hitting the 3 at the buzzer. Kareem Muhammad in the motherfucking building. Tara say, who gonna bust it wide open? I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. Kareem say, yo, Topcatz, some indigenous Aboriginal American marched on Washington, D.C. this weekend. Yeah, that was Sister Betty them. Kareem. Yeah, that was Sister Betty them out there. I King the Great, Jay Cooley down Foolie, Drew Titan in the motherfucking building. Crystal, what's up with it? Crystal, come hug my neck. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? I said, come hug my neck. She sat down in my lap, y'all. God damn. All right. He said, yeah, text it. It is amazing. You hit send. Bam. I don't know if he just pulled somebody in the chat. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he just pulled somebody down there. D. McGee laid ass in the building, nigga. Came here talking about the elevators weren't working and shit. You know what I'm saying? Elevators downstairs ain't working down there and shit, nigga. I've been trying to get up here. Yeah. All right, y'all, we gonna turn up, man. We gonna make it quick because I ain't gonna be in here long. I'm about to go get my window fixed on my truck. Tenari with your late ass. Cause Julie say after work, I'm gonna need that kiss on the cheek because I think you good sugars, goddamn. You get good sugars. Oh shit. All right, we gonna turn up. Hold on, let me do something so I can share my screen. All right. I'm gonna tell you something like this here, homie. You know, if a nigga ever come playing with me, talking about it ain't no such thing as a black Indian. This shit here so simple, right? Show niggas when I be saying motherfuckers don't be knowing what happened, right? T1 production in the building. When I be telling niggas don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know American history. Niggas don't know American history. All right. And so what we gonna start it off, we gonna take you back, man. So I always want to reiterate this right here, man. There are 2 different types of what you would call Indians in North America. 2 different types, right? Come from 2 different regions of the country. All right, so you're gonna split it up. You're gonna split it up from West Texas, from going West Texas and back. California's, the Plains, what they would call the Plain Indians. Let me pull this up real quick, man. Let me pull up the Plain Indians real quick, man, because I just want to prove a point real quick. Plain Indians, right? When do we start hearing about the Plain Indians? I got a fuck it. I got a super chat. Anybody down there? When did we start hearing about you don't get paid to think, you get paid to know. I got a cash app question, goddamn. When did we start hearing about a motherfucking when did we start hearing about the Plain Indians? When do they come in the story? When do Plain Indians come in the story? When do Plain Indians come in the story? I'm about to show y'all something. GB say he got the popcorn ready, class in session. Turn up one time. Cause Junior says all in the history. The more you look, the more you see, goddamn. When did we start hearing about these people called the Plain Indians? All right. When did we hear about it? We waiting. Hold on. When did we hear about these motherfucking Plain Indians? Come on, y'all gotta do me better than that, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta give me a time period, goddamn. Kareem say after the Louisiana Purchase, that was 1803. Roman Wolf, what's up with it, family? He said the late 18s. Battle say the late 18. Tenor say 1635. God damn. She done took us all the way back. Tenor, I'm hungry than a hostage. Cat in the Fizz. He say during the westward expansion, 1860s. God damn it, Cat and Fizz, nigga, drop your cash out. Nigga, I got something for you. Drop your cash out, nigga, I got something for you. All right? During the westward expansion. All right. This is when you start hearing about a motherfucking look at Tracy, you too late, goddamn. Let me share my screen real quick. Finna show y'all something, right? This shit ain't hard. This shit ain't hard at all, all right? So we get the Plain Indians. These are the people who they call the Indians today, who they'll tell, this is the Indian. When you hear Indian, this is what you think about. This is what you think about. But this place, this North America was inhabited by two different groups. All right, two different groups. So once you hear what the westward expansion was past Texas, when you start going past Texas, homie, you didn't start hearing about this here until the 1860s, nigga. 1860s. That's when you start hearing about a motherfucking Plain Indian. Before then, when you hear Indian, nigga, they not talking about no motherfucking this nigga on the motherfucking screen up here. They not talking about a Plains Indian. Before the 1800s, nigga, there was no talk about a Plains Indian. You were dealing with black Indians, or what they're called niggas. All right, you were dealing with niggas before the 1800s. I'm finna show you something else that's cold, nigga. After, you know what's different with the Plain Indians? You didn't hear about slavery. Before the Plain Indians, nigga, the interaction with these people from the 1500s coming up into the 1860s, nigga, you heard about slavery. Everything had slavery on it, homie. Walk with me. I'm finna show you something. I'm gonna take you around the corner. Hold on. We finna do something right here, nigga. Then we gonna walk over here. Just walk with me. I got some smoke and shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hit another corner. I'm gonna take you somewhere. But we gonna come back. Remember, we gonna come back. All right. So before the 1860s, nigga, all you hear is slavery. After the 1860s, you start hearing about a Plain Indian threat. A Plain Indian. All right, now let's check out what a Plain Indian is. Plain Indians are indigenous people to the Great Plains and Canadian prairies. Okay, they didn't say Plain Indians are indigenous to North America. All right, they said the Great Plains and Canadian prairies, nigga. So they specifically put them with a certain portion of the country, nigga. This is going west. Now, hold on. Let's come down here. Let's come down here. Let me highlight this part for y'all. All right. The historic nomadicism and armed resistance to domination by the government and military forces of Canada and the United States made the Plain Indian culture groups an archetype in literature and in art for American Indians everywhere. All right. So they made this right here, the Plain Indians, who they didn't bump into until the 1860s, nigga. I ain't gotta argue with you. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? But niggas don't know American history, homie. We finna walk this shit down though. All right. So we're gonna come over here to the Militia Act of 1792, homie. I'm gonna show you how we gonna walk this shit down, nigga. We're at 1792. We really can go back a little further. You know what I'm saying? We'll deal with 1870. I mean, we'll deal with 1792, and we're gonna walk up to the 60s, nigga, and we're gonna go figure out what the fuck really happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna show you something real cool. When I leave this motherfucker, nigga, you're gonna have some understanding, all right? I'm finna put you on some black Indian history around this motherfucker, nigga. Niggas wanna know what happened, nigga. You hear slavery and it's synonymous with Africa. But you gotta hold on real quick, nigga. You gotta hold up. You gotta hold up. Let me show you something real quick. All right. It was understood at the time that the president did not have power under the Constitution or his own authority to call out the militia and require statutory. Hold on. That ain't what I'm looking for. Fuck calling me. All right, let's come right here. First militia, 1792. The first Militia Act was passed on May the 2nd, 1772, provided authority to the president to call out militias of the several states whenever the United States shall be invaded or in imminent danger or invasion from any foreign nation or Indian tribe, okay? Or Indian tribe. Now, right now, this is all taking place on the East Coast, homie. This ain't got nothing to do. We ain't past Texas yet. This all on the East Coast right here. Walk with me. This act authorized the president to call the militias into federal service whenever the laws of the United States shall be opposed and execution thereof obstructed in any state by combinations too powerful to be suppressed by the ordinary course of judicial proceedings, right? And so what right now what this first act did was it gave the president the power to call out militias out of several states. All right. Whenever the United States is being invaded or they have an Indian tribe threat, right? Now come down less than a week later. The second Militia Act 1792 was passed on May the 8th, 1792. Okay, so just a couple days later. That was passed on the 6th. This was passed on the 8th, right? And it provided the organization of state militia and the conscription of every free able-bodied white male. Okay? Every free, hey, listen, homie, this shit is important. Don't worry about it. We testing at the end of the week too, goddamn. Any free able-bodied white citizen, right? And so what we seen the NFAC go do this weekend, and they went out there and they was armed and they was a militia and shit. And we seen, remember during the COVID lockdowns, all them white boys packed their guns and shit, and when they stood on the steps and all that. America was built off of militias. America was built off of militias, homie. And so I'm finna walk this shit down, right? The second Militia Act of 1792. Now it's saying that everybody that's able-bodied, nigga, the president can call on them now. Okay, that was what the second Militia Act was. All right. And George Washington was the first president to call out the militia in 1794, just before 1792 act expired. To put down the Whiskey Rebellion in Western Pennsylvania, Congress passed the Militia Act of 1795, which by laws mirrored the provisions of the expired 1792 Act, but made the president authority to call out the militias permanent. All right. Now we're going to come back. It was the militia 1808 during the funding of arms equipment to the state militia. The Militia Act of 1795 turned amended by the Militia Act of 1862, which allowed African Americans to serve in the militias. Okay, now this was important. The Militia Act of 1862. All right, now we're gonna jump real quick, right? Hold on, should I jump or should I put some? All right, let me go right here. Damn. All right, let me come right here. Because we got a few walls we're going to walk down at the 1700s, right? So we'll come here. In many cases, colonists would trade with Native Americans, giving them goods and weapons such as flintlock muskets in exchange for beaver pelvis, the capturing of other natives to be sold into slavery. One of the first groups to set up such agreements was the Westos. Okay, now the Westos, homie, the Westos would be who would later be called like the Swanee, the Erie. These were like your Seneca tribes, your Iroquois tribes that pushed west and started expanding, going into Philadelphia, Ohio River, and all of this going back that way, right? They started being called the Westos, who originally came from the north into Virginia and said to be descendants of the Erie. Okay, after an attempt to end it, agreements to the Savannah people filled the roads previously held by the Westos, and eventually the roads fell to the Yamasee and the Creek. All right, this is gonna be important, homie. And so now when they talking about this role is what role is they talking about? Native Americans giving them goods such as muskets, capturing of other Native Americans to be sold into slavery. All right. So that's what these niggas was doing. They was banging against other niggas, and they was pushing their line, and they was enslaving them, right? The captured Native Americans were brought to the Carolina colonies to be sold, where often they were sold to the Caribbean, where they would be less likely to escape, or were sold to one of the other 13 colonies. This trade slave, not very self-sustaining venture. Either the native population was being wiped out, or those who were not being killed or captured became the captors. And the population of natives available for capture dwindled, and the captors began to fall in debt with the colonists whom they were trading with. The death and frustration that began the Yamasee's War of 1715, which would ultimately be one of the factors that led to the demise of the trade system in the Carolina. Okay, so niggas want to know where they lost their motherfucking powers at in the Carolinas? Right here. South Carolina had the largest motherfucking slave trade, nigga. African slave trade over here could not compete with the South Carolina Indian slave trade. All right. I want to show you something, all of the Indians, nigga, you know how you'll go to an area, nigga, everybody banging. Don't give a fuck if it's the suburbs, nigga. It's a nice community. Everybody banging, nigga. All right. That's like the east side of Houston, nigga. Everybody bang on the east side of Houston. I don't give a fuck what corner you turn around, nigga. Somebody is pushing the line on that motherfucker. All right. Now watch this here. Carolina was most detrimental, right? And so just keep that in mind. The British colonies of Virginia, Carolina, and Georgia imported enslaved indigenous people as workers during the 17th and 18th century. Now, all we hear is slavery, slavery, slavery. Now, through these Yamasee wars, right? The wars of the Yamasee and shit, which later became the Creek and the Seminole people. All right? You hear Gullah and all of that shit there, that's coming from the Yamasee wars. Okay? The Yamasee wars were the Gullah wars and shit, and the Seminole wars. All right, now, the Carolina colony began to a major exporter of enslaved Native Americans to other colonies, including those of New England and the Caribbean. The southern colonies were known for its use of slavery to keep their large plantation economy running. It is usually assumed that all of the slaves were from Africa, right? Check this shit out. Because when niggas hear slaves, first thing they think about is Africa. It is usually assumed that all of the slaves were from Africa, but Native Americans were also frequently enslaved, and in some cases were used more than African slaves. All right. The Native American slave trade in colonial Southeast was brought to its peak with the use of the European weapons, as well as the trade by natives of natives in exchange for more ammunition for weapons and other English goods. All right, that's what happened, homie. Ain't nothing else happened to you niggas but this. Okay? When they talk about everybody being a slave, nigga was a slave, nigga was a slave, nigga was a runaway, nigga was a runaway. Hold on, we finna walk it down. All right, I'm just putting this shit in context real quick. All right, native into the slavery of native was not a model that would be able to sustain itself for a long time. And the depletion of resources, Native Americans, in a sense, being resources, coupled with the Native American revolts including the Yamasee Wars 1715, would effectively become one of the factors that led to Native Americans no longer being the primary race enslaved in colonial Southeast. Okay, so when you want to even have a conversation about Africans being brought here as slaves, nigga, the Africans didn't get here until after the Yamasee Wars. Okay, they didn't get here until after the Yamasee Wars. Before then, right, it was only Native American slavery going on. And we got to remind you, nigga, this 1715, which means they not in Kentucky yet at this time. They not in Tennessee at this time. They not in Georgia at this time. Okay, they not in Florida at this time. All right, they didn't get into Florida until 1811. Okay, until the 1800, a whole 100 years later. They wasn't there yet. This is all right here. This is all Indian slavery. All right. This is all Indian slavery right now. And so niggas is going on the runs and shit. They being enslaved by other Indians with guns. All right. Now we come over here. We're gonna walk this shit down. Maybe I should have went through the early 1800 wars or whatever, right? Maybe I should have went through there. All right, let me come over here because I ain't got that much time. All right. In the East, many tribes that had yet to suffer removal. Okay, now my bad, y'all. Now we come to the Militia Act 1862, right? Now at this time they gained a lot of footing, and they coming through the South. It's still wild west, right? You still have what you call IT, Indian Territory, nigga. All this Indian territory do not belong to the United States at this point. So when niggas be thinking this is ancient history, this is not ancient history, homie. This is the 1860s, okay? So they done ran into a motherfucking roadblock. Right now, cotton is king, nigga. Cotton is everything. This is where you getting your plantations and shit from, nigga. And this is why they tell you that the indigenous people from there had to work the plantation. Now, maybe I'm missing a whole lot loop because we'll have to go through the early 1800 stages. And then after 29, it'll pick back up because we'll start going into cotton. All right. Once you start passing 1830s and shit, the conversation about cotton is about to turn up. All right, let me walk this shit down real quick. My bad, y'all. I can't see the chat. I can't see the goddamn chat. Bang the like button, bang the goddamn cash app, though. We finna turn up. So 1862, now the United States Congress that authorized the militia draft within the state when the state could not meet its quota with volunteers. The act for the first time allowed African Americans to serve in the militias as soldiers and war laborers. Okay? Now they can serve as soldiers and war laborers now. All right. A lot of these niggas acted as what? As scouts and interpreters. Now, I don't know too many motherfucking Africans, you know what I'm saying, that'd be that effective if I brought them from another country and brought them over here through these motherfucking woods that at this time white folks don't even understand. Okay? White folks can't even get their damn self through these woods. What else was taking place at this time, right? You had the motherfucking Underground Railroad. All right, you had the Underground Railroad taking place. Now, why couldn't the white folks slow the Underground Railroad down? Because they did not know the trails. What trails? The Indian trails. That's why every Underground Railroad stop, nigga, was in Indian territory. Okay, was in Indian territory. That's what they don't tell you. All right, that's the history they don't tell you. All right, now let's walk this shit down. Y'all go watch my video on the Underground Railroads conducted by Black Indians. All right, now in the East, many tribes had yet to suffer removal, took sides in the Civil War. The Thomas Legion in the Eastern Band, a Confederate Cherokee led by Colonel Highland Thomas, fought in the mountains of Tennessee and North Carolina. Another 200 Cherokee formed the Junakalaska Zovies. Nearly all Catawba adult males served in the South in the 5th and the 12th and 17th South Carolina Volunteer Infantry, right? Damn, I took it down. I took it down, but I had it up. But the Catawba fought in the 5th, the 7th, the 12th, 5th and the 12th and the 17th South Carolina Volunteer Infantry, army in northern Virginia to distinguish themselves in the Peninsula Campaign, and second Manassas and Antietam at the trenches of Petersburg. In Virginia, North Carolina, the Pamunkey and the Lumbee chose to serve with the Union. The Pamunkey served as civilians and naval plots for Union warships, while the Lumbee acted as guerrilla. Members of the Iroquois Nation joined Company 5K, Pennsylvania 5th Entry. Now I want to show you something, right? I want to show you something. Damn, I took that one down too. All right. This is where we'll come into. All right. Now this is, have y'all ever seen Glory before, the movie Glory with Denzel and shit? You know what I'm saying? Now these niggas were slaves in this movie. They were slaves, and a lot of them was runaway slaves and all of this shit here, right? So back then, what they created was instead of the militias, right? Bringing them into the militias back then, they created something called a volunteer. All right, now the militias, this is where you get your reserve, your what the motherfuckers called, the National Guard. This is where you get your National Guard from today, right? That came in the early 1900s. They created, the militias came from the National Guards. Now, what happened back then was they created something called the USCT. USCT, right? United States Colored Troops. United States Colored Troops, and niggas can volunteer, right? Now, one way to get out of slavery, nigga, you was a runaway slave, guess what you can do? You can volunteer, nigga, and become part of the USCT. Now they start setting up. They went out and started recruiting them. Where did they go recruit them at? In all of these Indian territories. I don't gotta sit here and stand here and tell you this. They just told you that the Iroquois went to join the K unit, homie. Now a lot of these different companies. Let me come right here. All right, when we going through these military records of volunteer unions serving, who served with the United States Colored Troops, infantry organized 36 through the 40, right? When we going through here, when we going through these records, right? I'm finna show you something. So they telling you about the 37, they go to 38, the 40, all right? Now this is a baby build on it, homie. I ain't even going deep yet. I'm gonna do a series. And you got different roles, lists and shit. All right, now in here, damn, what that paper was. All right, it's a portion in here. It's gonna tell you to, in order to find more history on them, to find out what company that they signed up with, right? Because it was different recruitment companies down there, all right? And then I got a list of a lot of different companies and shit who were going in and paying for these colored troops and shit, right? Going in and paying for them. Now they called them colored. They called them colored, nigga. But a lot of these motherfuckers was coming from Indian reservations and everything, right? Now, the most famous African-American regiment of the Civil War was the Massachusetts 54, renowned for assault on Fort Wagner, located near Charleston and Morris Island. Wagner sought several fortifications built to protect the city and the harbor. All right, now check out that William Garvey Corney right there, Medal Honor, 54, Massachusetts. You feel me? All right, the most famous African-American regiment in the Civil War, Massachusetts 54. All right. There are many people, both high and low, who abandoned together to fight the creation of the regiment. Among them, John Albion, Andrew, the wartime governor of Massachusetts, Frederick Douglass, the former slave who fled to Massachusetts, became a newspaper and politician. All right, check this out right here. Damn, I'm finna have to go do something. Check this shit right here out. African Americans had fought in previous American wars. African Americans fought in previous American wars, right? That's what they say. African American, listen, homie. See, a lot of you niggas don't know what an African American really is. African Americans beginning with the French and Indian War in 1756, 1763. All right? African Americans fought in the French and Indian War. Do y'all know what the French and Indian Wars is? They call it the 7-Year War, right? They call it the 7-Year War. They call it the 7-Year War, French and Indian. Then they say the Revolutionary War and the War 1812. The War 1812, we know that was a nigga fight right there. The War 1812 was nothing but niggas. A lot of niggas got fucked off in that war. This was the war after the Yamasee Wars, after the French and Indian Wars, which was for a lot of territory, right? A lot of treaties got signed in this. When you start seeing the hijack after this war is when you start seeing the hijack start taking place. A lot of these mixed bloods started coming to power with the United States as they came through the Treaty of Hopewells through the 80s. All right? Through the 80s. When did this take place? Right after that. So niggas fought in this war. It was nothing but a nigga war. All right? It was nothing but black folks in that war. It was nothing but black folks in the Yamasee Wars, in the Tuskegee Wars. This was the 1700s. They didn't tell you niggas that you niggas was out there fighting in 1750. You niggas didn't know y'all was out there fighting in 1750. Well, if you was fighting in 1750, who was you? Who the fuck was niggas in 1750? I want somebody to answer me that. Who was niggas in 1750? And what the fuck did you niggas have to do fighting in motherfucking wars and shit? And then after this here, guess what? Everybody was on the run from slavery. All of a sudden, everybody was on the run from slavery after that shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep telling you niggas to follow the walls, goddamn. You had the 31st United States Colored Infantry. All right. You had over 100. You had over 100 motherfucking Native American infantry, right? Now we're gonna go up here to motherfucking Maryland. We're gonna go up here to Maryland. Philadelphia, that nigga still look like a Philadelphia nigga, don't he? That's how you Philadelphia niggas be looking. How you niggas be looking. Ain't shit changed. Check them out. Hold on, let me put this on the charger real quick. Nigga talking about you niggas out there fighting in the 1700s. You niggas ain't know no shit. Who the fuck was you niggas in 1700? They told you all of the goddamn Catawba tribe, nigga, which was one of the main motherfuckers in South Carolina that was getting enslaved, nigga. Guess what, nigga? All of them niggas joined the motherfucking 5th Colored Infantry, nigga. All of them niggas joined the Colored Infantry. All them niggas joined the 5th Infantry, nigga. All right? And so they don't even want to tell niggas that when the Iroquois and them went over there and jumped down with the Union, all of them niggas joined the Colored Infantry. So these niggas coming in, into the army, they going to go draft all of these USC T's, all these USC T's or motherfucking Indian tribes, nigga. Niggas coming from these areas where these Indian tribes coming in. Don't worry about it, nigga. I got the paperwork. It's just a baby bill. It's just a baby bill. All right, let's turn up. On April the 9th, 1865, the long bloody fight in Virginia came to a dramatic conclusion. The Potomac Courthouse, the story has been told many times, but often overlooked the story of Maryland's African-American soldiers present for the surrender of Confederate Army at Northern Virginia. One of the regiments presented was the 7th Regiment of the United States Colored Troops, organized in Baltimore, September 1863, the 7th UCT. This is where all the motherfucking Iroquois went. All the Iroquois went and joined the Selb, nigga. Oh, y'all ain't know that shit? Iroquois niggas went and joined the Selb, homie. USCT. Was engaged in many of the Eastern Theater combat bloodiest engagement. Former slaves and freedmen alike from all across the state flocked to the region. So many formerly enslaved recruits. Listen, so many formerly enslaved recruits enlisted South Maryland, and the regiment opened a temporary recruitment office in Millstone Landing near modern day California, Maryland. All right. The 4th United States Colored Troops. This the 4th Infantry. The regiment saw service in Florida, South Carolina before returning to Virginia. The conclusion of the fighting in the trenches around Richmond. All right. And they ended up capturing Robert E. Lee Army. They caught him, not the white boys. They ended up catching the nigga Army. Bang like but man, cash up. I can't see you niggas, goddamn. All right. Now we're gonna come over here. Hey, yesterday I went to the Buffalo Soldiers Museum in Houston. That bitch was closed on me. But I went up there yesterday though. You feel me? I went up there yesterday though. Appreciate that love, Crush the Legend. Appreciate that love, Mr. J Dub, in the real way. Appreciate that love, family. Appreciate that love, Tanara. Okay, she gonna feed me, goddamn. She say for breakfast. Okay. Appreciate that love, in the real way. Not a seeker. In the real motherfucking way. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, them niggas say that the motherfucking Iroquois went and joined the Selb, nigga. A lot of other niggas, the Shawnee went and joined the Selb. Shawnee, you had the Shawnee fighting in Kansas down there too. With the what was that? The 1st and the 2nd. USCT, 1st and the 2nd, nigga, down in Kansas. Who really laid the murder game down, nigga, and really pushed this shit, nigga, to where it had to be. All right, now watch this here. Check this shit out. See, niggas be talking, there ain't no black Indian shit. See, you can't come talk to me. I'ma break your heart. This is Texas, nigga. Black Seminole Scouts. All right, these are the Black Seminole Scouts in Texas. Cowboys. Well, I told you niggas in my cowboy video, you want to find this shit, nigga, you go through cowboy history, nigga. Okay? The Seminole Indians. Okay, that's who they was. Fucking Seminole Indian, nigga. Originally lived in Florida swamplands and welcomed escaped slaves. The escaped slaves, called Maroons, combined African traditions with Native American customs. They joined the Seminole Confederation in 1812, but by 1841, almost all Seminoles had been forced to move to Indian territory. A 1845 treaty required the Creek Nation to share their lands with the Seminoles, but the slave-holding Creek tribe proclaimed that no free blacks or Seminole Maroons could be allowed to live in the Creek Nation or to bear arms, right? And so you had, hold on, let me come down here. I want to show you something. All right. And so many Native American tribes, including the War and Delaware, Catawba, Cherokee, Chickasaw. All right. During 1861, I want to just show y'all something, right? What they say? The Black Creek Indians and White Creek Indians. All right. So I want to show you niggas there was a difference. Okay. It is a such thing as Black Creek Indians, nigga. It is a difference. All right. And so we'll come here. After the Seminole Nation was created in 1856 and the Wildcat died of smallpox in 1857, many Seminole Indians left their settlement in Nacimiento. You see, I got that lady T, Nacimiento, Mexico, for Indian territory. However, the Seminole Maroon stayed in Mexico, fearful of being returned to slavery, entered the United States. The United Civil War, 1865, put an end to slavery, refocused attention. Now watch this here. The U.S. Army. Now watch this here. The U.S. Army On securing the western frontier in 1870, the Army began recruiting Seminole Maroons, creating the Black Seminole Indian Scouts. Okay, so they got them to be Indian Scouts. They got them to be Indian interpreters. Okay, because they knew the land better than the white man. And guess who they started fighting? They started fighting the people what would become known as the Plain Indians. As the Plain Indians. Okay. Now watch this here. After the Civil War, all these black soldiers, right? They end up taking the 9th and the 10th cavalry. The 9th and the 10th cavalry, after the Seminole Scouts, nigga, became the Buffalo Soldiers. All right. So you don't get no Indian shit. You don't get no Buffalo Soldiers without no Indian shit. These niggas were Seminoles. These were Seminoles, homie. Shout out to Pops, goddamn, Chief John Hoyce. Okay. Niggas was active. These niggas fought over these niggas defeated 7 U.S. generals. Okay. Then you get over here, motherfucking Buffalo Soldiers, they didn't lose, nigga. Fought in over 40 consecutive battles, nigga, and didn't lose a man. Over 40 consecutive battles and didn't lose a man. Over 40 motherfucking consecutive battles and didn't lose a man, right? And they gonna tell you that these niggas fought in the wars of 1812. All right? They fought in the Indian Wars up to 1819, nigga. And they were runaway slaves, nigga. Who the fuck were they running from? All right. I'm gonna come over here because I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna play a little bit of this.
Long deserted. But once, this was a bustling outpost, part of a huge military experiment, an experiment that was expected to fail. Instead, it produced some of the fiercest fighters in the history of the United States military. The time was the 1860s. The western frontier was steeped in turmoil. The settlers throughout this area were unprotected, tormented by outlaws, thieves, and hostile Indians. The U.S. government formed.
Hey, Kareem Muhammad he say, yo, Topcatz, when they joined the colored infantry, they denationalized themselves, right? Hey, that's a fact. When they joined it, they had to get status. One of the things that they was getting when they joined it was status in the United States. Because they was coming from sovereign government. Them signing that, it was basically like a treaty. You know what I'm saying? They was giving up everything about themselves in order to become a soldier. Now, with them becoming a soldier, they was promised freedom. That's why our people always been running around here talking about we just want our equal justice, we just want our rights and all of that type of shit there. That's what they was fighting for back. You see, now they didn't made it into some more shit, but back then, nigga, it was an agreement because the white boy didn't have the land either. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have the land either, especially when they started pushing west after the 1860, nigga. This is when the Buffalo Soldiers gonna come in. The Buffalo Soldiers laid all of this shit down. We did all of the building. We built all of the forts. We built all of the houses. We built all of the fucking roads, all of your highways. We put up motherfucking lights and shit, nigga. All of that shit there came through us. Now I want to ask you something. How, when they say that niggas built America, why nobody asks no questions? Okay, we did the map making. We mapped shit out, nigga. We were the interpreter. How do we know all of these fucking Indian languages? How? Where's we getting this shit from? Ain't no schools, ain't nobody teaching us this shit. We already know it. These hoes came and got us for these purposes of us knowing. Please point me out a fucking slave on the planet that can do that. This ain't one people. This is all of the infantry, all of the regiments, which was over 100. I think it was like 130, 136 or something like that. All of these niggas were paid for the same job. All of them did the same job. All of them did the same job.
6 regiments of African-American troops, known as the Buffalo Soldiers.
It's troops in line for the buffalo. Get it moving, get it moving.
For 100 years, the legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers was lost in a baffling historical void. But today, these men are finally getting their due recognition. The true story of the 9th and the 10th Cavalry has been embraced by both scholars and an eager public.
The Indian feared him because of his bravery and how he fought. The reason they called him the Buffalo Soldier, because of the texture of his hair and the dark, fierce eyes. The buffalo had the dark brown eyes and showed no fear. And the black man fought with such ferocity and showed no fear. And that's why the Indian gave them this name, because he feared and respected the buffalo, and he learned to fear and respect the black soldier as well. 75% of the soldiers that settled...
Hey, I want y'all to listen to this, okay? I want y'all to listen to this. They say ain't no black Indians. I want y'all to listen to this. I appreciate that love, Prince 213.
He learned to fear and respect the black soldier as well. 75% of the soldiers that settled this area were Buffalo soldiers. The only white men that were with them were the commanding officers. 75%. Almost all of the forts were manned and built by Buffalo soldiers.
Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear him? Listen to him. When no fucking white boys there.
Officers. 75%. Almost all of the forts were manned and built by Buffalo soldiers. They see on TV, they see all the modern portrays of things, and they see white cavalrymen coming in and doing these things with what they don't realize.
Okay, you see the modern shit, all the pictures and shit. What that white boy said, wasn't no back then, wasn't no white cowboys. Okay, they start using white cowboys in movies and books, nigga, because nobody wanted to go and see a black cowboy. Okay, that's what white folks told you. Now listen what this white boy say. He say they telling you, nigga, they portraying all of these white cavalry men and all of this type of shit. But the truth is, check this out.
They see on TV, they see all the modern portrays of things, and they see white cavalrymen coming in and doing these things with what they don't realize. The white cavalrymen did come, but after the Buffalo Soldier had paved the way for him, built the forts for him, built the houses, made the bridges, did the roads, did the work. And now it's so important so that their families will understand the hardships that these men went through and the pride that goes with it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Hey man, I just had a baby bill. Night House say from Texas to Kansas, Nebraska territory, Buffalo Soldiers ran that shit. Hey, you ain't want to fuck with them Buffalo Soldiers. Good day, Jules say you do a great job. Appreciate your hard work. Good day. Let me tell you something about life, woman. Nah, I appreciate that love. Jay Real say hostile Indians, but you're trying to steal their land and you don't expect them to fight for it. I tell you something. The Plain Indians, right? They didn't start being considered the Plain Indians until niggas started fighting them. Okay? Niggas took on that name Buffalo Soldiers, nigga, and they stopped being Indians. We just showed you right there where the Seminole Scouts, nigga. Buffalo Soldiers come from the Seminole Scouts. Okay? Come from the motherfucking Indians, nigga. They was Indians until they started fighting the Plain Indians. I want to show you something, homie. Now watch this shit here. I want to show you something, nigga. Watch this cold shit here. Listen, all the way from New Mexico. Look, when they went into Cuba, right? It was this Mexican. I'm gonna do a build on it by itself. It was this Mexican nigga, right? He wanted to go fight. He wanted to now Eisenhower came and he had some shit called the Rough Riders, right? and they went to go pick the finest men out of the Southwest. And now they went over to Cuba. And when they went to Cuba, this supposed to be super army called the Rough Riders, led by Eisenhower, they got their motherfucking ass handed to them. Beat the shit out of them. They sent in the Buffalo Soldiers. Them niggas made it to the top of the mountain so fast. Now they passed out these different stories after that, right? And gave Eisenhower and them and the white soldiers all of this motherfucking props, right? But there was one reporter up there and he told the truth. He told the truth. It wasn't a war won here without the Buffalo Soldiers. Buffalo Soldiers went up there and took care of that. It was 200 Buffalo Soldiers against 900 plain Indians. For all you niggas always talking, we can't win and all this shit. It was 200 Buffalo Soldiers against 900 motherfucking plain Indians, nigga. And we ended that shit in 3 hours. Took care of the whole shit in 3 hours, nigga. You ain't gotta believe me, homie. Go look up your history. Go look up Buffalo Soldiers history. 200 niggas handled 900 niggas in 3 hours, nigga. I just told you where they start going to go recruit at, nigga. They went to go start recruit in these different Indian territories, nigga. When shit got real for them, nigga, they came and got you. They came and got you. Niggas stopped being runaway slaves, nigga, once they joined up with the Union. Okay? You got Tecumseh Shah, nigga. You go back, nigga, and you look at what's that white boy name? Sherman. Sherman's middle name is Tecumseh Shah. Why the fuck is he named after Indian? These was all niggas, homie. It ain't nothing to talk about. When you go back into the USCT, nigga, United States Colored Troops, this is where you're gonna find a lot of your history. Same time this was going on was the Underground Railroad. A lot of the unions, a lot of the people that fought in the unions, it was so easy for them to go recruit because the Underground Railroad was right down the street from their motherfucking setup post, nigga. Best that ever did it, got away with it, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up in a real motherfucking way, man. You know, as long as we got each other, we don't need no motherfucking body else. Hold the motherfucking line, nigga. That was a baby bill, nigga. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. That was a baby bill. I'm coming back, nigga. We gonna break some of this shit down. We gonna break some of this shit down, nigga. Nigga can't never tell you ain't no such thing as a black Indian. Nigga don't know American history. Nigga need to get in the books. You know what I'm saying? You see, this ain't no shit, nigga. This ain't no guessing game over here, nigga. This a whole lot of we can prove all of this shit over here, nigga. I keep telling you niggas you ain't gotta go back all that goddamn far. You don't have to go back that far. You follow the motherfucking money, nigga, and you follow the walls. You can choose, lose, you can stay confused, man. It's that big boy drip, watch step, it might slip. It's the legendary Big Chief Topcatz. And I'm out this bitch. Peace. Hey, hold up. Hey, Cat in the Feds, what's your joint? Hey, what's your cash app, Cat in the Feds? What's your cash app, Cat in the Feds? Appreciate that love, TT. Hey, Cat in the Feds, what's up with the Jay West, my nigga? Hey, y'all, I'm getting my sewing machine this week, man, so y'all hold on, stay strong, goddamn. I'm gonna get the shirts and the mask out for y'all. Hey, Cat in the Feds, What's your cash app? All right, I'll look through the chat. I'm gonna scroll up and look through the chat. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. In the real way. Love y'all.